Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons and Dragons. You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Vine. It's a defunct streaming service.
I'm Nicole Baines. I play what? Tidal? Is that still around?
The stream music streaming service?
Is that
yes, it is still around.
Yes, it is still around.
Okay. I play the Fire Festival, I guess.
Oh no.
It's your sad sandwich.
We're going to shut down.
I'm Greg. I'm playing Ulseth Ralpha for a Bog Fighter, and I used to play AOL Online all the time.
How do you play AOL Online?
You did.
They had a game section.
They had a game section.
Oh, you played the game section of AOL Online.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, woo, email.
Yes, it used to be when you went on the internet, there was the home page, and it had everything you ever wanted on the internet.
There were 4 games.
And a guy yelled at you every time you got an email.
Yeah, he just really wanted you to know you had mail.
And there was a bunch of creeps in random chat rooms.
And then someone made a movie about that.
And it's still relevant to this day.
And who are you, and what did you play?
Do you have mail?
I'm Alexis Bates, and I am the free-to-use Net Zero.
And if you have an email, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/DiceAndDungeons and sign up for Patreon, for our Patreon, to give us money, because it's the best way to support this show. There's a variety of tiers with various rewards. You can see behind-the-scenes videos. Some of them are funny, some are not as funny. There are
You can just say they're AI generated.
Some are funny, some are not as funny, and both of those imply...
They're both funny.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, there's a range of funniness within that.
Yeah, some of them are like, ha ha, funny, and others like, huh,
That's
funny.
It's like Schrodinger funny.
Just check it out, patreon.com/DiceAndDungeons.
Just check it out. Give us money.
Yeah, do that.
That'd be dope. You have a Net Zero email account. Use it.
Go to the sponsor,
$9.99 a
please. Put me out of my misery. Go to the sponsor.
Well, we're sponsored...
Okay, so I just signed up for a Net Zero account. I want to go to a website. Do you have any recommendations? I'm paying $9.99 a month for this.
No. Did you know that AOL Online had actually a flight simulator game that you could play over a dial-up modem? A dial-up modem? It was terrible.
What's a robot that yelled at you?
Please go to the sponsor.
I'm trying. Our sponsor at least was Geekified.
Do they have a website? Do they set Zero? That's bananas.
They have a Facebook page, and you can visit them and get to that.
Mm-hmm. And buy things. Thank you, Geekified.
Thanks, Geekified. Let's roll.
Please.
Last week on Dice and Dungeons, Midnight Brunch pushed deeper into the Ulfstein Grotval encampment, making their way to the underground portion of their operations. At the end of the episode, they had set free an imprisoned Grotval soldier And we're in the process of showing a tablet with extra dimensional writing on it to a crowd of gathering soldiers in order to help that freed soldier sneak down a narrow channel. So to just, jog everyone's memory, bring people back to center here, I'm going to bring up the map. Okay. So, this... Oh, that is a very large... There. So this area there, I just marked the X. That's where the cell is, where you just freed your new friend, Windrina, from prison. Okay? They need to get down this, and you have gone down that yourselves, and you see it's very tight. You understand why they need someone to distract. You have now called a whole bunch of people over successfully.
How many people?
I did roll before we started recording, and you got about 40 people over.
Oh,
Yeah, give or take a few.
it's pretty crowded
Right.
in there then.
Yeah. And Soria, you had covered up the tablet, Dustin.
Yep. Because I
And-
just dug it out,
Yep,
ostensibly.
it dug it up. And now you're lifting it up over your head. So you chose, because you rolled well,
Very well, thank you.
this area. It's the largest sort of alcove,
Where most people
outcropping
can gather.
thing, and where you could fit the most number of people. They're all gathered. You have run both to the sort of barracks area, which is off the screen on the right-hand side. And you've run into this other very large room and there wasn't too many people up here, but you got a few of them too. Everyone in this hallway, you've got them all together. You hold the room up, and the majority of them, like 75% or so.
My rune is almost ready.
Okay.
We're not
But
supposed to look
75%
at
of
it.
them, they just crumple down. They are writhing little piles of pain. For our ear watchers,
Why would that make them feel bad?
You know why?
What Soria has written on the back of a pad of paper,
It's the rune.
it is her
It's a stone.
rune, and it reads, "The voice is hot."
Doesn't say that.
No, it reads "Nine's rocks."
And it's a true statement.
With
Why?
an exclamation point.
With an
That makes it
exclamation point.
true. Unless you put it in front of an equal sign, then it's not true.
9 equals rocks.
So 75, so 30 some people are writhing in agony.
Yeah, about 30-ish of these 40 here, they're all just on the ground, writhing in agony, looking at a sign that says Nine's Rocks, apparently.
Yeah. And should we explain to everybody that these runes come from a long, long time ago?
We don't know where they came from. We just found this tablet.
Also, we're pretending like we just found them.
Yeah.
Talking
Oh, you're talking to the audience. I thought you
to the
were...
audience
Okay.
who might not remember that we found tablets from a cult that had runes on them that creted horrible psychic
I'm
pain.
insulted
Also,
that
this
you.
is real life. There isn't an audience.
Just go on.
Do I take psychic damage from the sign telling me I rock and then people dying from seeing it?
So, okay, so...
No, but I take psychic damage from whatever in the hell this is.
So
I found this weird thing. What's wrong with everyone?
What are the people who aren't writhing in agony doing? Are they concerned about the people who are writhing in agony? Are they distracted as well?
They're definitely distracted
Okay.
as well. They're not writhing in agony.
Well done.
They made the save. So they're all right. If you keep holding it up, they may fail the save. In fact, they're very likely to fail the save. But what you do now, that's up to you. There's a whole bunch of people writhing in pain, and you're now the center of a whole bunch of people writhing in pain as you hold up something that's clearly the source of it.
Did we?
I look for Windrina to make sure that they got away. We have to keep distracting until Windrina gets away.
This is what the voice feels like.
Oh,
I'm the center of a bunch of people writhing in pain.
I don't think
so
anyway,
did Windrina get away?
you didn't see Windrina run by.
Were we too distracted?
You were supposed to keep watch, probably.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
this
gonna-
is a message, a sign.
I'm gonna have Holwyn. Ooh, no, Holwyn did not roll well on their perception.
Can I roll a perception?
Um,
I have a good.
I am gonna say that you can't
Can I persuade
because you didn't
to-
tell me. I'm gonna wait to. I want to know if they got by until after you'd set everything in motion. But I gave you all the benefit of the doubt and let Holwyn, who's usually the voice of reason for your group.
I think everyone. I think.
Why are
this,
you shaking your head at me about that? You know it's true.
Everyone, I think this is a sign. This is giving us deeper insight into the world.
What?
It's guiding us.
Oh, are you trying to make a
towards-
cult?
Yeah,
Why are you doing this?
to distract.
Unless it works, and then we're going to be cult
We're
leaders.
distracting.
I mean, yeah, okay, sure. Let's just make a cult. That'll be great.
The tablet tells us to rise up against our oppressors.
They can't. They're all writhing in pain and agony on the
They'll
ground.
get used to it
They'll
once
probably.
their eyes are truly opened.
Well, we'll tell them that if you do what the tablet says,
It won't hurt.
it won't hurt as much. Can I do that? Can I do a performance?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's
Why
my
not?
goal.
This is the path we're going down.
Yeah,
now.
we're.
Well,
The tablet spoke to me. They believe that, right? I'm a talking badger. If we make it happy, it will stop hurting us.
The god of the tablet has sent its messenger.
You must rise up against your oppressors. Can I roll a performance check?
Sure.
This is probably exactly how I envisioned this.
I got 28.
Yeah, of course you did. You're a bard, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay. You performed that well. Those of the gathered crowd that aren't writhing in pain still and are able to listen to you seem convinced that they just need to do what the tablet says.
Okay, so which one looks the most like resilient to it? Of the crowd.
Oh, you mean resilient to the effects of the tablet?
Yeah.
no, resistant.
The phrasing of it confused
Sorry.
me for a sec.
Who's saved the best?
I don't know. There's some, kind of nerdy looking soldier.
You. The tablet has chosen you to lead its flock. And I hand him him or her the tablet.
It has. Wow, I've always dreamed of leading a cult.
Go spread the word.
Why
And-
are we leading this cult? We could have had a cult.
We're on a mission.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can't have a cult.
No, we don't want
can make our
40
own
plus people
cult
following us
anytime.
along.
Okay,
to the
fine.
hallways.
We'll make our own cult later.
Yeah,
Yeah, in a nicer place than this.
for sure.
Now comes the time of Jeremy. I'm gonna rise up, and all of my followers shall inherit some corn or something.
I
This
swear,
is going to show up in campaign 2.
this is going to show up in campaign 1. How many people, fighting a cult or clearing out a basement is like the
Do you-
two starters. How many people started a cult and be like, oh crap, we have to call this?
Go, Jeremy. Defeat your oppressors.
You give Jeremy the.
Yeah, I give Jeremy the tablet. I have like 1,000 of these things. I don't need it.
Sure.
Jeremy,
You know what? Jeremy runs back off down the hall.
Do others follow him?
Like three dudes follow Jeremy.
That's sick.
You got to start somewhere.
Oh my.
The rest are just writhing in pain, and about 30 seconds after Jeremy runs off down the hall, you hear, "No! Ah!" coming from the barracks area, and you're not really sure what's going on, but
It's probably fine.
tablet stuff.
So
and
you
you
who are
hear-
Zoya and Nines and Hoban,
Yeah.
let us take the opportunity to continue our exploration of
Those,
the tunnels.
those aren't our names, We're in disguise.
But they're all writhing in agony.
Are you guys sure that's not going to come back to bite
Helen,
us?
we're moving on.
Is that
Listen,
Hoban?
I just leave those tablets lying around all over. It's
Who
fine.
else would it be?
Yeah. Let us.
There could, for all we know, there is another fifth follower that we picked up and we just forgot about. Like Honkert.
Listen, I have over like 1,000.
Hawker?
Honkert.
Oh,
Honkert.
Honkert.
Yeah, we all love Honker. Where is Honker?
Is Honkert a character in our campaign?
No.
No, not yet.
Listen, I have like 1,000 of those. It's fine if we just give one away.
I'm not really worried about us losing the tablet. More
Oh.
like, what's Jeremy going to do with it?
I mean,
What's the
I
worst
feel
Jeremy
like
can do?
he'll probably just get.
What if something like, the cult we found in the sewers happens? That seems kind of bad.
So, do you want to go back and get the tablet from Jeremy?
Look, what's done is done.
Listen, none of us planned
You're
this.
right.
Yeah. See, I was the voice of reason.
Maybe,
He gets
Maybe-
the voice of reason. Just ignore the cult.
maybe Honker will draw attention to the cults, and more people will root them out.
Sure.
We can
You know
just
what?
make up all sorts of situations.
I am fine with that reasoning. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Let
won't.
us proceed.
Okay.
Do we find our companion? We go look for our companion. Who has all our explosives?
You mean like? Okay, so you're going to get to the next
Yeah.
room. Excuse me, and you're
Yeah.
looking for Windrina.
Yes.
Oh wait, is the commander on the ground?
The captain.
Yeah, no, we got
yeah,
one of
we
the
had like
we got
a-
one of the commanders. So
Were
like one
they
of the higher
riding?
Yeah, the
Brad?
captain.
Oh, yeah, they were down.
Oh, they're down. Oh, let's see if they have a key.
Oh.
Oh,
Are
that's
they
a good
like
idea.
unconscious or just on the ground going, oh?
No one went unconscious. Just a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Helen has sleight of hand, right?
Yeah, that seems like a good whole window.
Yeah.
yeah,
See if
yeah.
Helen can seal it.
Investigatively journal
Let me double check
for,
one skill.
for a key. on his belt.
I want you to
Or wherever you keep keys.
investigative journalism is belt for keys
Yeah.
or something.
For evidence of keys.
Okay.
You are a Hohen. Check to see if there is a key on the captain,
Excuse me.
or more than one even.
Holwyn is not in fact trained in sleight of hand.
Really?
I mean, they have,
Way more
Yeah.
dexterity than any of us.
so they're better at it, but they don't have proficiency.
What's your
bonus.
sleight of hand?
1.
+2.
What is Helen's?
4, probably.
5.
5.
Oh, well,
Okay,
yeah.
I have +4. Just sleight of hand.
Oh, then you did it. You're the badger. You're inconspicuous.
Okay, someone has to distract
Or
it.
use your weird hand.
Oh,
your
well, do
weird
we
magic
do we
hand.
see a key? Do we see any?
Just to be clear for any ear watchers, the weird hand that Sori is referring to is
Mage hand.
Nine's mage hand, which is
It's
a cat paw with a human thumb.
And a cattail.
And I tail.
Yes, and a tail.
It's magic.
It's magic.
Yeah. Is there a key visible on the belt?
Sure, why not? Yeah,
we
that,
take
that
it.
happens.
We try it. It's just like tied to it. How is it attached to the commander?
A ring?
It's like a ring that can just pull it off.
Is that like a little like key fob? Like a fuzzy ball or something on it?
And you know how it's the carabiner clip onto the belt. It's got a bunch of keys.
Okay.
It's that.
Okay,
I'm just going
luckily
with that.
my cat hand has a human thumb, so
so
it
I
can
can
do
do the
that.
carabiner.
So as we're gonna do that, because that way, if it screws up, we're not near the captain.
yeah.
So we do that. Sleight of hand, mage hand.
So probably like a spell check or something. I don't know.
I don't know how you want me to roll it.
Yeah, let's do a spell check. So, your charisma plus proficiency.
That's a 13. I didn't roll very well.
Total.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll for the DC on this because I don't know. You're throwing weird crap at me.
Yeah.
The hand goes up, but it's like a little too much resistance. Doesn't have quite enough force on there, and then the hand like shrugs at you in like a hand sort of way.
Like that.
And
Is
then-
he still
yeah.
on the ground, like wreathing in pain?
Writing.
Breathing.
He's still on the ground, breathing in pain.
Oh, okay. I go up and I instruct the hand. I'm like, "Hey," and like wrap around and like tap on the other shoulder, so he's like looking the other direction. It's teamwork. I'm teamworking with mage,
So.
and I'm gonna just pull it off.
So the captain's on the ground, writhing in pain. You go up and you do like
Yeah,
that with your hand
with the mage hand.
to try and distract him to look this way, and then you're gonna like go over to the other side after you've
While it's doing it.
it's doing it, and you take the key. That's the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan.
yeah sure. Go ahead, slide a hand check.
Oh, good grief.
Got me a cat butt.
I tried to guidance you.
It wouldn't have helped.
I got a +4.
Did Soria actually knock the die out of your hand?
You were rolling it.
I was in the process of rolling it. I don't remember. Yeah, it'll happen too fast.
Just re-roll both of them.
Get a +4.
I'm being too nice.
you got
I
+4.
realize that.
You just want us to move on from this spot.
We do.
Desperately wants us to leave this room.
I
No,
got,
that has nothing to do with
I
it.
got a dirty 20.
Sure. You get the keys off his belt as he's wrathing in pain down there.
Oh, does he see the mage hand?
When will he ruz in pain? You've used all the other vowels.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet, have I? I haven't said it
okay.
enough times.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure we'd get to that.
Well, yeah, sure.
So the hand taps on the shoulder again. Does he look at the hand?
Yeah, he looks over and he goes, "What? I'm writhing in pain right now." And then you
Cat eye pokes him in the eye and vanishes.
Gee.
No one's gonna believe him. What?
That's probably
now
true.
I'm writhing in pain. No, no. Ow, my eyes. I'm so writhed. Ow. Oh. And
We
you
head out
take,
of
and you
the
take
room.
his keys.
And we leave the room.
Yeah, we quickly move along.
The time of Jeremy's now.
Oh,
The
hell
time
no.
of Jeremy is now. You just hear that
Echoing screams.
We just hear like screams every once in a while, like further down the.
They've,
Yeah.
they've faded. It's not really carrying this deep anymore. Or they killed Jeremy. And
Very quickly.
We,
Entirely
you have no idea.
We don't
we need
know.
to find out now. Let's go back.
Let's
2 out of 3 members decide to go for it.
yeah. What does the fourth one do?
Well, I have all the NFTs, which means my voting power is much stronger.
We
9's fun token.
we move along through the large room, hoping that by now, when Rena has
Made it through.
made it through, there was certainly enough distraction.
Okay. So,
The whole thing had to have only taken like 20 seconds. Mm-hmm. No, that's not true. The Jeremy had to have taken a lot of time.
It's taken at least 15 minutes by my count. So,
I don't get it.
Really? I don't remember if I described this last session or not, so I'll describe it again. You come to the larger room at the end of this hall. This space is a winding, sort of bulbous room. And it is, most politely put, quite unpleasant. The smell in here is pungent, to say the least. And what horrible aroma you are smelling is undeniably rotten eggs. And a lot of them. Their rottenness, however, wasn't from spoiling, as it's quite clear that they were smashed by force. All of you, except Holwyn, immediately recognize these eggs. And you can understand why they were smashed.
Boulette eggs.
They smashed 7's eggs.
Can I search for an egg that survived so 7's can have a sibling?
I had not thought of that scenario.
We all did.
I had just put this in as flavor. But
No, odor, really.
Pretty rotten flavor.
Odor.
Odor
But
text just
sure.
does not sound very good.
Sure. Let me see. Because I did write down the number of eggs in the room.
Okay.
Why I did that, but didn't think that you would want to see if any were intact, I don't know. No idea. Okay. Why don't you make an investigation check?
Guidance?
There are some people in this room, but not many.
This is really important. Can you inspire me?
Are you inspired?
Very. Well, what was it? An investigation, you said?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Investigation.
33.
Yep.
All right.
Look, it's 10s.
Why are you ruining the joke? I smashed it out.
Yep. There you go. You have another
Another boulette egg.
another bullet.
I have the egg set up like I did 7's egg
Yeah, with the
heating pan.
heating pan on low.
Well,
and
actually, I have the heated toilet seat warming it.
Well, that's better because it'll fit in there better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it secure, too. If you put it in a frying pan, people think you're trying to cook it.
Yeah.
This way they won't.
If they see it in the toilet seat, they'll just think you're potty training.
Yeah.
I have yet to do that with 7's.
All right. Oh.
I have diapers.
Oh, that's
So
right.
if you get one more name at 4s, you'll always win at blackjack.
Yeah. I guess.
You're right. Yeah. That would be good.
What?
Oh, I'm going to
Okay.
look for one.
You're looking for an egg?
4s. 13 only.
Yeah, I'm not gonna-
You don't find one.
No.
I'm gonna have a boulette chariot someday.
Oh my god.
You know, there's moments as a DM where you put something in and you're like, that's going to be good flavor. I'm going to enjoy
odor.
describing this room to all of my players. They're going to have some memories. They can picture these eggs. I've described it before. A call back to, events earlier in the campaign that were never aired, actually, the origin of the egg.
So you're like, I want to do a callback and did not think we were going to do the exact same thing.
And then you realize, you're an idiot. You look in the mirror at the end of the night and you just go,
See, but the first time this happened...
Lexi, you did that to yourself.
Yeah. The first time this happened, though, it was a dangerous thing because we didn't know what it was.
But now we know.
But you know all about the care and feeding of bullets now.
Exactly.
So this
now
will be really easy.
It's like adopting your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh cat.
Yeah. Should we look for more?
We stop what we're doing and look for more pets. We already have 2, 3.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah, we have 3.
We got willy-nilly, we got 7s. Now we have 10s.
Honkers.
Honker isn't a pet.
No, not really. And Ardamore is definitely not a pet.
Ardamore is not really a pet either.
Not since it's sentient.
Do we have any
Just
other?
because something's sentient, it can't be a pet?
No.
I mean, no.
No, Ardamore can read and write now.
Yeah.
End of list.
Write poetry.
Not very
Read
good. but
poetry.
Hey, what's wrong with Artemore's poetry?
still. Well, it is good. It's short.
Armor really hates it when I said, do that, but sillier. And that's my only note.
So, okay. So I don't find another egg, and I don't look for any more.
I'll get you an egg when we get to the market.
Yeah, thanks.
Egg.
I generate a bullet egg for Olsef.
Can you do that?
No, nobody eats bullet eggs. You can't.
So if we eat that egg, I can generate them.
Stay away from tents.
That's not how it works. It's like common
Is there anything else in here?
foods.
Other than the odor, the stench of rotting, broken bullet eggs. What else is in this room?
That's basically it in this room.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely large. There's broken eggs everywhere. The only thing that's somewhat distinctive about this place is that either this like kind of cave has risen up a bit more, because there are little piles of sand that you're seeing on the floor. You saw this in other areas of this cave system too, where some of the desert sand from above is leaking down into these cave systems. So you see these little piles of sand accumulating in spots, and just little pinpricks of sunlight coming through, landing on top of these piles. But there's not a whole lot going on in here. This looks like it's natural formation. You don't see any signs of the walls being worked, and the pathway just sort of sticks to the nearest wall, goes straight through. So that's what this room is. There's not a whole lot more going on.
Hey, Zoria,
Yeah.
can you use your Aurat Maul to take the broken eggs and form them into one super egg?
I don't know. I forget. Does the Aurat Mall work on biological?
It can. It's just more complicated with living.
But it's an egg.
Do you want
It's
it to be like, just look like a big like?
I mean, if it
intact
could be
egg?
a functional
Or
egg.
yeah, like does it have to?
But it has to be
viable?
one egg.
Just one really big egg. This seems like a great use for my ancestral item.
It's saving a life.
So let's
maybe
do it.
several lives into one super life.
That's just like 20 heads. Like kill me.
It could just be one suit. It could be the new god.
The
Some sort of
implications
boulette
of this
guy.
are
Jeremy.
slightly disturbing.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, we can always come back.
Like, so
We already made a cult. What's one more abomination?
This is all getting blown up anyways.
you all have
We can
a
keep
little
the-
experience with the Orat Mall and trying to manipulate living matter and know that it's very difficult. So it's possible, just not very likely.
Well, we
Well,
could try doing one egg.
I'll start with something simple. I like making Ulseth a little taller.
Can we try that?
I think we should move along the hall.
Okay, we'll move along the hall
Okay.
for now. We'll try and make you taller later.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Or I could just do enlarge.
You have a spell to that can
But
make.
I mean, like, permanent.
Oh,
Oh.
just keep casting it. Or just keep hiring mages to follow him.
Just really tired out mages.
Can you? There has to be a rich guy. That's just like
Make me
Make
a
me-
little bigger.
like I want to be a large person. I was like, it doesn't last very long. It's like I have a lot of you.
have a lot of money.
sure.
Big Jim.
Yeah, bring back Big Jim.
That wrong campaign,
And he's dead. So
and he's dead.
We'll bring him back to life and then we'll make him bigger. Bigger Jim.
is this the room with the bullets or
No,
Okay.
I will show you kind of the path of travel here. You went from this room in here,
that was our bullet egg room?
yes, and you went down that small tunnel into this
Another huge
larger
room.
room here.
And
Okay.
what is this room like?
So, this room, if you couldn't tell by one very straight wall, this room has been worked a great deal. You notice a lot of tool strikes on the walls, the ceilings. You suspect that this place may not have been more than a small channel previously. Perhaps not even wide enough to really get through. The large room that it opens into, it sort of has this split personality. One part of it, the more northern part, as you noticed, was very round, windy sort of walls. The more southern part, clearly just straight lines, totally worked with tools. This room, too, has multiple piles of sand on the floor, little streams of light filtering down from above. The far end of this very long room, you see a lot of debris. The northern wall of the room, where it's sort of round and windy, you can see big piles of broken rock. You're guessing that this is just sort of what they haven't felt like or didn't get around to bringing out of the tunnels as they cleared things out. Because the rock had to go somewhere. And it looks like not all of the rock has made its way out.
I took a real quick look through the rock to see if there's anything, interesting left over, like little gemstone, little precious
Copper.
metal, just any, since
Just,
they've been tunneling.
why don't you go ahead and make a perception check? You're not really looking for something specific, so
Thank you.
Just casting
Yes,
guidance.
it's a lot of guidance. Just tons of
I
guidance.
caught
I'm just
up.
recasting it over and over.
Tappity,
Thank you.
tappity, tappity, tappity.
Hey, you got a good 4.
I got 16, a dirty 20.
We don't find any gems, but you do find a couple of interesting fossils.
Oh, cool.
Are they bullet fossils?
Doesn't look like that. Mm-hmm. Some sort of arthropod.
Yeah. How many? Just for my inventory.
Is there like a
You found 3 pretty good samples.
like an owlmanite?
Each of them, I don't know, but like 6 inches ish long
Nice.
and a few inches
Okay.
wide. So they're like a nice sized arthropod.
Is there an owlmanite?
What's that?
It's like an ammonite with an owl head on it for no reason because they do that in D&D. They just go like, you're also an owl. You're a bear. You're also an owl.
No.
Okay, just checking.
No. Nothing like that. No. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So that's what's in this room.
What'd you
Anything
find,
else that you want to
Elsa?
look through
I
in here?
found these really cool fossils. Look.
I was just gonna touch them. Oh, they are pretty cool.
Yeah. Almost cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
They're stone cold.
Can I do a nature check to derive what kind of the taxonomy of them?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
What are you hoping to discover? Like, what are you hoping to learn from these things?
Oh, I don't know what they were, what sort of environment they might have been in.
You get a lot of 4s on your.
Yeah, I'm really good. My guidance is really good today. 25.
Okay. There's not a ton that you're really familiar with about this. You haven't studied fossils or, ancient creatures previously. But you're fairly certain that this would have been some ancestor to a lot of modern day, like, bugs, beetles and such, especially. It's got a thick carapace on it, lots of little legs. And it has a big old kind of weird mouth with like little pincers and stuff.
What I can tell you about this is that's Ted, Shelley, and Mandrake. Those are their names. But if you want to know more, I think Nines will need to cast Speak with Death.
Does it have a mouth?
I think it's a rock.
Does a rock have a mouth?
No.
Can I draw a mouth on it?
You'd have to also speak with animals simultaneously.
Do not deface my fossils.
You never want to do anything for me.
No.
All right. Well, I guess we can. Are you good?
I am good
Okay.
now.
We'll move on to the next room then.
Okay. At the end of this long room, or near the end of this long room, there's a tunnel that goes south. It kind of zigzags a little bit, back and forth. The reason why is very clear. There's an extremely hard, dense rock. You haven't seen this before, but the deeper you're going into these tunnels, the more that you're seeing some really, really tough stones. It looks like maybe some granite. Ulseth, you know a little bit about stones. Yeah, not as much as you know about clay, but a little bit. And these tunnels, you're now getting a sense that some sort of water had moved through here, eroded much weaker stone away. And if you're getting deeper into this, you're probably going to run into harder and harder stone material.
I guess we shouldn't take these tunnels for granted.
I leave the party.
But that was a nice joke.
Oh my god.
It was.
Was that basalt in the wound?
Looks like the giraffe clay model is our DM now.
Oh, hey, you're back.
Oh,
Oh, hi.
That giraffe has no idea what it's doing. So you move your
There
way.
really wasn't much happening while you were gone. The giraffe did not do a good job.
I just couldn't
So,
leave you like that.
thank you.
You go down this tunnel. Like the other natural formed tunnels that you've run across, there's small alcoves, little bubbles out away from the path. And there's a few guards that you're running into at this point.
We do the head nod.
Yeah.
We're all currently head nodding for you. Zoria is doing it in no
Human
humanish
style.
way. That's right, human style.
That's right, you are human.
No. Owen's human. I'm a dwarf.
You saw it in a shampoo commercial once, so let's just assume it works.
I have no words.
Do you need mayo,
That's
by
bad
the way?
because we're a
Owen?
podcast.
Really?
But we do that as we pass the
I can't
guards.
even describe this tunnel.
Go on, sorry.
There are some guards. And we just
There's a
do it.
tunnel, it wiggles
Okay.
a bit.
Please describe
At
it.
the end of it, there's probably another room, and there's a little tunnel to another room off
Please,
the side.
please
So what are
describe
the guards
tunnel.
like? What are the guards? Do they
Do they nod back?
Oh yeah, they're like, what's up?
I write all your descriptions down. Please describe it.
I know for a fact you do not.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You
she
do
does.
not.
Tunnel heading south, zigzagging, very dense rock,
Guards.
Nodding guards.
little alcoves, guards.
There's a room on the north side of this tunnel. I'm gonna bring up the image so you can see it. Here's that. Okay. So this is the room that you were in.
The fossil room.
Yes. Down here, around this bend, this sort of jut out part,
Is the granite.
that's the really hard granite. You're winding your way down here. Into this area on the north side of that tunnel, there is a room.
Well,
So
we
You
check-
can also continue further on.
we should
When
check.
you say room, you mean like
Is there a door?
like a room built inside the tunnels,
Or like a little cavern.
or it's like a small cavern.
More caverny.
Okay.
Like it's a chamber. It's not very big, but it looks to be natural as you're just passing by it.
I'm going to stealthily look in, not just. I mean, nines might just burst into it or something, but I want to check it out, but very carefully.
You should knock.
There's nobody there yet.
Oh, there's not a door.
You can knock on anything, really.
No.
So I'd like to explore it, but I want to do it carefully.
Without drawing attention.
Okay, Mr. Rogue, why don't you go ahead and make a stealth check. Wearing your
jeez.
full plate mithril armor and your boots of sneakiness.
Oh, did you want guidance?
Yeah,
You didn't.
I didn't
send
ask
me-
for it. 15.
I'm used to much higher stealth rolls from
Yeah,
you.
I know.
That
I think
Odd.
I partially tripped over one of these little sand piles. or
15 is still like really good.
something. Yeah,
yeah, but I'm used to like 20 plus on his stealth rolls at this point.
well, we usually have pass without trace on too, so they're up in the 29.
No, this has been on. Okay. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right descriptor number here, because I number all the rooms. Yep, I am. So traveling down the path reveals why the meandering ways of this trail and the excavations occurred. As I said, the stone that remains here is incredibly hard. In this room, there are quite a few broken picks.
The one I'm looking in.
Yes. There's all sorts of shards of metal from tools that have been gathered up in buckets. So as the end of the pick breaks off or something like that, they'll just gather it together. Tools that are shattered, pieces there. It looks like this is some attempt to just keep the material so they can reforge it later. There are a lot of impact marks on these walls. Many of them don't look like they've given way at all. I don't know if you've ever seen a video of a bullet being shot at like inch-thick ceramic plate on like some military vehicle, and the bullet will impact it and it just disintegrates, and then all that's left to indicate that anything happened is some sort of scuff mark on the ceramic plate. That's it. That's what these walls look like. All down this hall, into this room, just strike after strike that leaves barely any evidence it happened.
So are there any shards of this material laying around? There must be some.
The stone.
Yeah, where they successfully, broke some off, right?
Tiny fragments. Just
That's,
tiny, tiny fragments of it.
I mean, like
Nothing
fist
even that
size.
big. No.
Like
This stuff
chips?
is strong.
Little
We're talking
chips.
like little tiny chips.
Do
at
you want
best.
some?
Yeah, you should make armor out
I'm
of this.
gonna scoop up like 2 hands full of these chips. Can I do that easily?
Do you?
We're talking the floor. You'd have to sweep like the length of this hall to get that.
No. Well,
And like,
Yeah.
I mean sweep in a literal sense, not just sort of scan back and
Since
forth.
people wanted me to use my ancestral wear out mole,
no, don't.
I'll whip it
Let's do it.
out, put my hand on the stone, and will it to just extract like a little, like 1 or 2 inch sphere of the stone, not changing it, just changing its shape.
Okay. Make a wisdom check.
Guidance.
And yeah, I was debating whether or not to let you add proficiency, and I'm going to lean towards no because you're still not very familiar using this thing.
Yeah, you really need to start abusing it to get really familiar with it.
22.
It takes a minute, but yeah.
Here you go.
Oh,
So,
amazing.
Oh, you should write Zoria was here.
can it be really polished looking? Like a nice polished stone? Because it's just like a perfect sphere.
Sure. Yeah, you rolled well enough to make that happen.
I bet it hurts if you throw it at
In
someone.
this small room, there's also a few beds with people sleeping in them.
Ooh, you should invade their dreams.
They're,
That takes a
they're
while.
sleeping amongst the broken tools and stuff.
Well, this is sort of like a storeroom.
It's like a nap room.
Okay.
and things. And your best guess, because this is the further that you get into this area, the darker it gets. It's not very well lit here. So for the folks that really like a pitch black sleeping area, this is probably their place. The beds don't look like they're all, arranged like you might find in some sort of barracks or something. So that's kind of what you're gathering.
I have a question.
Yeah,
This is just like a universe question.
yeah.
Does the sort of like pitch black sleeping area work for people who have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
I have dark vision. We all do.
I mean, I would think so
Okay.
because
It's like when you wake up and like your eyes have adjusted to the darkness a little bit.
Yeah. Because when you think about this, the way that dark vision would like work in theory, right? Because it's attributed to a whole lot of like animals as well.
Yeah, so it's just like
Is that-
super high, what is it, rods? Cones? I forget which one's which.
Well, there's actually, in most of the cases where animals have really good night vision, it's a mix of having highly sensitive rods and cones, like more sensitive than we are. But many animals also have, so when you like shine a light across an animal's eyes and they reflect, the gel, there's a gel substance that's inside all of our eyeballs, like everything that has an eyeball has some sort of gel inside it, and the gel inside those has a highly reflective fluid in there.
That's why you get like eye shine.
That's
with, like,
exactly
deer.
why you, yep,
Okay.
that's exactly why you get it, because it is taking what little light is there and it's just highly reflective, so it's like getting more light in there.
So would like dwarves have eye shine?
It's not really talked about, but I've in my head always kind of thought if you have dark vision, some of the like species that have it probably have eye shine because it's from like a various mix of genetic reasoning, but also there's magical effects for it, so it's unclear. But in any case, if you just like being in darkness, even with dark vision, darker's still darker.
There's probably some really rich guy who just has a little switch next to his bed and it just casts darkness over his bed. Magical darkness.
So he casts darkness, and then the mage next to him keeps casting a large person.
The next time we're in a magic store, we should see if we can get one of those.
You have to be big when you're sleeping?
Yes. I paid for the big bed. I'm going to use the whole bed.
So these
You know-
folks are.
That's a perfect time to take a break. That's a perfect note to take a break on.
Okay.
Yeah, when you pay for the big bed, you want to use the whole bed.
That's what you get to think about
While we're on
we're on break.
Or on break, just think about how if you pay for the big bed, you want to use
The big bed.
bed. See you soon.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you got to use your big bed that you paid for.
What?
Is everything I say a joke to you?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Everything you say is a joke to me. So, yeah. I used my big bed that I paid for. I hope you did too. We're back now.
You sat on the sofa.
No, she ate pizza in the kitchen.
That sounds so much more pathetic than
It wasn't over the sink.
I used the big bed I paid for. No, you didn't. You ate pizza in the kitchen.
Why did you eat
Thanks.
pizza in the big bed you paid for?
Well, I didn't want to get pepperoni in it.
It was
There was
cheese
no
pizza.
pepperoni on there.
That's right. You couldn't have. You could have dropped the whole slice on the bed, rubbed it around, and never gotten any pepperoni on
I'm
it.
gonna throw pepperoni in your bed.
Fine. You know what?
We leave the storeroom.
Yeah.
Did you put it like?
Holwyn is staying, but they have a big bed and they're using it.
There's just
Did no one like push out one of the dwarves so they can take the bed?
It's a room full of broken
It's-
tools and
Listen,
Rock chip.
this is where humans sleep. They sleep in caves underground,
No.
full of broken pickaxes. It's a human thing.
okay.
I look at one of the.
Next to jars of mayo.
Is there a human sleeping in
They
the bed nearby?
moisturize with.
Yeah, whole end.
Like, is there another human, a real human?
Wow.
Hey, I'm a real human right now.
Insight check. 22.
You're insightful. I don't know what you were. I don't know what you
You're
were checking.
completely aware.
I just want to make sure I didn't just imagine Helen being.
It has Pico. Human.
Head nod.
Mayo.
Come on, General Matt Grotfeld and
That's right. We all have aliases.
Frankie, the emotional support patcher.
Back to the Mayo mines, everybody.
And I'm Clark, Sub-Commander Junior Grade Cobblestone.
We have to make sure those Mayo pipes never run dry.
What? It's our aliases.
Mayo pipes.
Hey, you're the one who put food tubes in this world.
Does one of them have Mayo?
I know.
Is there a Mayo food tube?
We'll find out.
And it says for humans only.
For human consumption only.
Please provide human verification.
Not
I like
rated.
Kenny G.
Not rated for elven consumption. Oh man, this is such a dumb joke.
Please drink Mayo
That's such a
verification
dumb
Mayo
joke.
jar.
So when I leave the storeroom,
Oh, it's so easy to get distracted. Especially when it's late at night and we're all tired.
Oh, is there a Mayo jar in this room?
it's all broken pickaxe.
There's humans here. There has to be Mayo jars.
That's
thought they were
Chaz
just dwarves.
Pico. Oh,
There's one Earth.
There is no Mayo jar.
Okay.
Is there a
Word.
jar? Is there an
Word.
empty jar?
That's why we
around
need to get out of here, because Chaz is needing mayo. We gotta leave.
here? Do you get the Mayo shakes?
I don't. I'm not a human.
Okay. What do we see when we leave? We're not going to see anything, are we?
We're never leaving.
We're just stuck here forever. The DM is unable
Paralyzed.
to describe anything else.
She's broken. That's what's going on.
Oh, do you need some
DM's
Mayo?
broken?
Stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the DM.
No. I'm out of spell slots.
So you want to
We're
leave
in a cave
the
and you're
room
out of-
of broken pickaxes, huh?
Yes.
That's what you want to do?
I would love to do that.
Can you use the Orat Mall to take all the broken pickaxes and just make one huge pickaxe?
Yes,
that
I
they-
definitely could.
let's do that
No.
and just leave it to like for the guys to wake up to.
I would rather make a giant iron statue of Jeremy.
I mean, that'll mess people up. Especially when this place explodes.
Yeah.
You should
And
do
it
that.
like gets buried, and then archaeologists discover it like, I don't know,
Germany was right the
10
entire
years
time.
later.
Can we do a Jeremy statue roll real quick?
Jeremy.
Jeremy statue.
Jeremy. No.
Sure, you know what? Go ahead and make a Jeremy statue roll.
Got a 3.
You sneeze on your
there's-
statue.
There's no Jeremy statue. Sorry. No Jeremy statue. As you leave this small room, mailless room, filled with broken pickaxes and hearts.
That was your line.
That was my line, yeah.
It was your line.
I didn't get to do it on camera.
Well,
You stole it.
I mean, we gave you credit for it. So.
I feel like
that's
DM
probably-
inspiration would be credit for it.
That's more.
Does he have DM inspiration?
I don't think
No.
Ulsa's ever been inspired by anything.
Oh, I know I've given Ulseth DM inspiration before. And you know what? I used your line. You get credit. You have DM inspiration.
Okay. Where do I put it on this thing? I'm just learning tech here. Not very well.
Ulseth finally has a tablet after watching the three of us use ours for years now. Ulseth finally got one about 7 months ago and finally charged it up. Yep.
And now we're all learning how it works.
Yeah.
There's no place to do it.
So, while you're figuring out the tablet,
Yeah,
This-
so we move along.
this long hall goes
Just
into
write
the
it down.
most unique room that you've yet come across. It has a pond in it. You can see the water condensing on the ceiling and dripping down into the water below.
Okay, there's only one thing that has to be done when we encounter a body of water, no matter how small.
There
Yes.
also appears to be some sort of small water flow into it, as there is a gentle whirlpool visible near one side of the pond.
Well, you do
Should we
the
do it
honors.
together?
Ulsa.
Sturmgrimmy?
Okay. Let me. All right. Sturmgrimmy appears.
Oh, you who are nines, quickly make a chicken.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Chicken!
All right.
With my knife. My knife is out. This is knife motions. If you make
Then-
food with knives.
You looked so confused about that. Did you like space out for a second, not realize that Sturmgrimmy had appeared?
Well, I recognize it. I just didn't realize I had to do anything.
Oh, okay. You just seemed so confused by the
By
chicken.
The request for a chicken.
Okay. Sturmgrimmy appears. At least part of Sturmgrimmy.
Which part?
It's a very small lake, and you know Sturmgrimmy to be very large.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, but it's like a small version of him, or is it just like an arm?
you see like a large shadow move through the water, like an impossibly large shadow.
Throw the chicken in.
I throw the chicken in.
It disappears into the water, and you see some bubbles come up, and then it's gone.
Is there anything shiny?
Sturmgrimmy
There's
of the pond, share your
There's
wisdom.
nothing shiny.
Oh.
But after a moment, a little like kind of pixie dust trail goes across all four of you and goes.
And we all get DM inspiration.
No, you get something special.
A gun.
I have one.
Okay,
I know you do.
where? All right, I don't know. Ah, here it is. You gain a special Sturmgrimmy die. You can add that to any roll that any of you make at any time, including after the result is known.
And we have one die to share.
Yes, you all have access to that die. It's one-time use.
Mayo check. No, just kidding. We don't do that.
We don't do a mayo check.
Definitely did not do that.
I have a knife that makes mayo, I think. I think we established that.
Probably.
We should make some deviled eggs.
It is a one-time use, but any of you can use it on any roll that you make. And again, just to be clear, including after the result is known.
We should put it up here with us so we remember it's there.
No, if we put it there, we'll forget. We should put it in a tray.
Ardmore should keep it in his pouch.
Then we'll never say yes.
We're never going to find that. I've lost a die now. That's what's happened.
It's just gone. It met a satyr by a lamppost in there.
That makes sense. And then it was winter. It was quite cold. So...
Also says, "Thank you, Sturmgrimmy. It is good to see you again."
Will you bless my child?
Moo.
My egg.
Does the egg get an extra die roll now?
You don't know.
No.
It is something blessed the egg. Or
Sturmgrimmy did.
It just,
Like-
just seems like an after blessed thought. An after blessed.
Yeah.
Are those as good as the normal blessings?
They're better.
you don't know. You have no idea.
Imagine if like you're doing a baptism of a child. There's like, I have another one. And they're just like, yeah, whatever. You're moving.
Like the first one,
Yeah, like there's a whole pomp and
yeah.
circumstance.
And then the second one, just
like I have a lion's
upside
game.
down head dunk in the water and then just pass it on. Is that what we're?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
What else is in the room? Now, did you say there was like a whirlpool?
In the water.
There's a gentle whirlpool indicating that there's some sort of water flowing away,
Like a...
Like
Yeah.
a sun
and there's
drain.
probably some additional flow coming into here because the drip rate for the water doesn't match up to what looks like the flow does. But that's really it. There's some more guards that, just like everywhere else you've been through, there's guards moving throughout here. They keep moving.
And we do the,
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah,
Nod.
yeah.
Mayo.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, was there a human walking through?
Yeah. Most of the people you're seeing walking this length are usually like wheeling carts.
Do they have like barrels in them or something?
Some have barrels, some have just like rocks that are being moved away. So it changes, but pretty much everyone walking through, going the opposite direction that you are, they all have some sort of cart, or nearly all of them have some sort of cart and something in it. I'm going to pull up the map really quick, just so you guys get an idea of what this space looks like here.
Oh, the pond's pretty big.
Yeah.
Did you get any water from it?
Yeah, this is blessed Sturmgrimmy water and probably also has a bunch of mercury leached in it.
Yeah, you should get a couple vials of it. You got the bottle.
Hey, if you're born before the
Yeah, here's a
1960s, mercury doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, that's why I
get
give
a-
it to Ulsa. He's
I
like
got a
80.
sample bottle of the water.
So you can test it for mercury before you drink it.
I'm not going to drink it.
What if it's healthy?
It's Sturmgrimmy water. It's raw Sturmgrimmy water.
I don't like this water anymore.
What? He could have peed in there.
And that makes it better?
Yeah,
We'll have a check.
Yeah.
It's raw.
Yeah.
it's natural. All right.
Say you are Hoenn. Do you want to?
That's Chaz Piku.
Oh, yes. You who are Chaz, the human.
Hey.
Hey, would you like to swim down the drain to see where it goes?
I don't really think there's much of a drain there. It looks like it's just sort of almost a pinhole size, leaky spot.
Sorry, I can get pin-sized.
You want me to turn into a little micro shrimp?
Yeah, might as well. What's the worst that can happen? We split the party. You just drown.
down.
I won't drown as a shrimp. That's
But you might not be able to come back up. You might not be strong enough to swim against the current.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well,
What's the worst that could happen?
I guess I start getting
Don't
ready
you have
to
a-
jump in.
Don't you have like a cloak of teleportation or something?
No.
I
Why not?
take a copper and toss it into the pond and make a wish.
Okay.
What do you wish for?
Can't tell you.
Yeah,
Mess
if
up
you
the-
told us, it wouldn't come true.
Hey, free copper.
At least text it to our DM.
Yeah, make a secret wish.
Yeah,
write
make a secret.
note.
If you're gonna make a wish, make a
Write
real secret.
write a little
wish.
note.
I will.
Okay.
I have to.
No, like just on a piece of paper to hand to.
I know I have to get. I have
Your
to
wish
take
list?
No, I have to take a copper out of my inventory.
Is there a human guard walking by?
Sure.
Hey, can I bum a mayo off of you?
What?
Well, mayo, like a little packet of mayo.
Sorry, this is our talking emotional support badger, Frankie.
I have a ham sandwich.
What? Oh. Mayo, you said? You want?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Humans
Excuse-
love carrying just like little like those restaurant packets of mayo. And when you're missing one, you bum them off like cigarettes.
That makes sense to me as far as I know about humans.
Okay. Do you move on from
Yeah, we'll move
the Sturm
on.
Grimmy room?
Once Ulsa's wish is done, he's really thinking hard about it.
He is.
He's been like sitting there for 10 minutes, just thinking, focusing on the coin, getting ready to throw it. And now he's writing down his secret wish.
I'll write it down after the session.
Okay.
You have to put it in an envelope.
Don't forget. So you continue walking down this path. And then you come to a room that's like others you've been to, a mix of natural and worked walls. That's kind of a junction area. This small-ish, I should say, smallish room has quite a few barrels that are opened up. Or at least you can get an idea of their contents just from how they appear. They're very obviously barrels of oil. And there's a lot of opened up crates. Many of them just sort of disassembled. There's a very large number of Grotfell soldiers in this area, moving between the room that you're in and another larger room that's mostly visible a little bit around a corner from where you are now. This is, to put it mildly, kind of a hive of activity here. I will pull the map up so you can get an idea.
I have an idea. You should say you found something cool on the ground and then get one of those ruins that hurts when you look at it.
That's a really bad idea.
So
You could start a cult, though.
which way are the soldiers marching?
Well, they're not really marching.
Oh, they're
They're
just
just milling.
This is a... There's people working. There's a lot of work being done. There's a room going that way, and then looks like the path continues south.
Well, we'll check out the room that's not progression because we play JRPGs.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
what direction does the indicator tell us we should be going? We go
So
the
in a-
opposite.
when work is
I pull
happening,
out
are people trying to chip away at the very hard rock and failing with their pickaxes?
It doesn't seem like anyone's doing anything like that here.
I pull out the strategy
Okay.
guide to get the map and make sure I'm not.
There's just a lot.
Joke's on you. All the important information is on a
There's
website.
just a lot of material moving around.
Not all material here. In this space, they seem to be working on stuff. And as you enter the room that isn't progression, in your own words, let me pull that description up. You see what some of this activity is all centered around. In this space, there are dozens, maybe even close to 100 Grotfels working in here, and they all appear to be mechanics and or machinists. The work that's being done all seems to be maintaining, repairing, and rebuilding large boring drills scattered throughout the room at different workstations, admittedly rather haphazardly placed. All of them, apparently, being worked on in one state or another. The amount of cursing that you hear in this area is intense, as most
What
of the
about
people,
outside the tents?
as most of the people who are laboring away to loosen bolts, reset plates or brackets, tighten belts, or any number of other mundane chores related to maintaining large machines, express their frustration at the stubbornness of the parts they're working with. In short, what you run into is the mechanic bay.
And there's a good deal of broken machinery because whoever is using it is breaking it.
Yes. Well, it's not all broken, but it's certainly being maintained.
These machines look boring.
Yeah, somebody had to say that. Thank you. Is
I'm
there,
glad it was you.
I'll bring...
Thanks.
are they paying attention to us at all? Are we like?
Hey, what are you working on? I find the most aggravated dwarf.
I
Have to censor this.
want to roleplay this accurately,
But YouTube doesn't want you to.
but I am going to have to go through here and bleep many of these things, so I
Why
think
don't you just bleep them as you say them?
that's a lot harder to pull off and make it sound real. So I think what I'm going to do is just put in annoying censored versions of the words.
Oh. Like
Yeah.
we're on like a Battlestar or something.
Oh, what you could?
Yeah,
you could do
there
it-
is
you
some
could
sort
do
of
it
star
Batman.
that
Why don't you do
battles.
it Batman style?
What,
You know.
What's Batman style?
Like the TV show where Palm, they go pow, biff, bam, that kind of thing. This way you could just go, oh dear, or grunt, or, the kind of words that you can get away with on a PG-13 stream, but it makes it look like they were expletives.
I don't think I'm going to put that much effort into it. I love the initiative, but I don't want to go through and just beep it.
Okay.
So
You get swore at a lot.
They say naughty words.
what
to you.
was your question again, Nines?
How's it going?
How's it
you-
go-
Yeah, how's it going?
Okay. How the frag do you think it's going down here? Do you see what the these frags are you fragging doing? No, what kind of fragging frag is fragging frack?
Oh, they're
What? I don't know
fracking.
what that means.
It's Fraggle Rock.
Oh, I hear you have good times there.
Yeah, exactly. Fraggle Rock. Bunch of Fraggle Rocks are fragging this up with their rocks.
Down to Fraggle Rock.
Aren't you glad you said that? Knock, knock.
Yeah?
Knock, knock.
Yeah, what? Sure. Oh. You knocked. I opened the door. What's up?
Orange.
The clapping.
Thanks.
That's what did it. All right, I'm gonna
Should
try
we
this.
sabotage these machines?
I think it's already been
That's
done.
pretty done.
There's a lot of explosive oil.
Well, it might
Oh,
not
we
be
already hired
explosive.
someone.
What do you want anyway?
Well, let's see what you're up to.
What does it look like I'm up to?
What do these things do?
What are you, stupid?
Yes.
We did the nod.
they, they neck spasm back at you.
Who do you work for?
Does he throw a wrench at us?
Well, what are you frickin' kidding me with this right now? Who do I work for? Who the frick do you think I work for?
Is it Red?
Yeah,
The lead
sure.
character of Fraggle Rock. Sorry.
Is that the lead character?
Yeah. Yeah.
It has been many, many years since I saw an episode of Fraggle Rock.
Fine, we'll watch
And if
Fraggle
there's-
Rock.
I have no idea where Fraggle Rock aired around the world, and I know we have a fair number of international ear watchers. So if you don't know what Fraggle Rock
It's
is,
the best.
honest to God, I can't explain it to you.
It's basically what we're doing right now. We're
I-
underground.
I really don't think I could explain it.
We're
It's too
underground
insane.
Muppets.
The Wikipedia says HBO.
Okay. Well,
As long as it's Wikipedia and not AI.
So you fix these things? Do you get paid good?
yeah, I fixed them, and no, I get paid like crap.
Oh, you should rise up against your oppressors or form a union.
It is a good one.
They were forming a union in the barracks.
Yeah, they're gonna get all the benefits before you.
Yeah, right after they get drawn and quartered. Okay.
I don't think I'd mind if someone drew me.
I would love a quarter.
Look, I got things to do. Do you guys need anything?
Oh no, we're really just distracting
Oh
you.
yeah, we need to borrow a hammer.
That's a thing you use, right?
Sure, just grab a hammer off the table, whatever.
Which one's
cool.
a good one though?
I don't give a frat.
If you had a hammer, you could hammer in the morning.
I don't know. They're all good. Whatever. Who cares?
What's the best hammer there?
Just grab a fragging hammer, would you?
Can I have two?
What's
Sure. Go ahead. Take all of the fragging
Oh,
hammers.
thanks. Okay. Sorry, I came over with the bag.
Oh, okay.
We just start pushing all the hammers into the bag.
You got wrenches?
You said we could have
Yeah.
them all.
Go ahead. I don't even care anymore. This is stupid. The
I don't
person
want
you're
all these
talking to
hammers,
just kind of wanders off at this point.
Keep them until
I
yes.
don't want hammers.
We can get.
What am I gonna
we
do
can
with a hammer?
pollute everything later. Hey, notes.
Oh, yeah. Ha!
Ooh. Secret look into the...
I mean,
If
you're
you
gonna
want to
get...
see more DM notes, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Dyson Dungeons. It's the best way to
I forgot I
support
still had
the
the
show.
map up. I was going back to look at some of the notes. Woo!
I think we had better leave, or else we will be burdened with hammers and wrenches.
Yeah, I don't want any of these hammers.
Oh my God.
I
You
can,
have a bag of infinite hold. Fine, I put them in my bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shove them in there.
take it. Do they stay or do they get barfed out?
I imagine it's gonna keep the heads of the hammer and get rid of the handle,
Or vice versa.
or vice versa.
So you put the... how many hammers do you put in your bag?
All
All of them?
All of the above.
Okay.
and the wrenches.
It doesn't like these.
Like all of it, or just like part of it?
None of it. Doesn't like any of what you just put in there.
Hey, are these babies fervent powered?
And what you get back are iron ingots and then some freshly cut logs.
Oh,
It can change the state of things?
I guess so. I put those back in the bag.
Yeah, it's fine with those.
Hey, are these babies fervent powered?
I mean, a couple of them, yeah, not all of them.
Which ones?
Oh, Betty and Susan. They're the fervent ones.
Oh.
Why?
Oh. You love fervent stuff.
Yes, may I inspect them?
Yeah, sure, go knock yourself out. I don't give a frig.
We need
I-
those
I-
hammers
Yeah,
to knock yourself out.
I checked them out,
Yeah,
but
we don't have any hammers
I
anymore.
do
We
not-
have iron ingots and wood.
I don't knock myself out. 'Cause I walk over there very carefully, trying not to trip on anything and not knocking myself out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not going to do
You
that.
should steal its power. Sorry.
So I inspect them. Do they look like they're like well-made, sophisticated fervent stuff, or they just sort of cobbled together? You know, I can tell because I have expertise in fervent tech.
I mean, this is kind of hard to say. So this is really rugged, tough machinery, and it is made by engineers and built for serviceability.
Well, I was looking at the drive mechanism. So the fervent, are they just sort of using it like the equivalent of a steam engine kind of thing, just to draw some power out of it to make things happen, or are they showing some evidence that they really know how to extract energy well from the fervent crystals? Or can't I really tell?
It's hard to tell
Yeah.
exactly what's going on. You'd have to really get into the engine and see what's driving it. But your bet is, like a lot of the fervent equipment that you've seen used in, more industrial applications, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty basic energy
Like-
extraction. So I walk away not being terribly impressed by the workmanship and not at all concerned about their fervent tech capabilities.
No, this looks just like
I just wanted to check it out to see how
Do
how
you
far along they were coming.
do you act like you do when you were checking out the art at the art gallery?
I go, yeah. I don't look like it in disgust, but I look like it's like, yeah, it's adequate. Whatever.
Do you do that on the side of one? Just like,
No, I don't pat it.
okay.
wow.
Wow,
No.
doesn't get an edible.
First, I mean, now you know it's gonna fall apart.
Yeah.
You didn't pat it.
Yeah. That'll hold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kicked the tire.
This isn't going anywhere. You didn't do that. Now it's going everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
The head engineer's coming out. Who tapped in and didn't say this ain't going anywhere?
But you said you kicked the tread. They're on treads, not
Oh,
tires.
yeah, I
so
kicked the
you
tread.
kicked the tread?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not very hard though. I didn't want to hurt my foot.
Well, no. I mean, you don't actually like it. It's just.
So in
All
this, in question about this
Yeah.
universe, if you have them, does an immovable rod? Do you activate it by going? That's not going anywhere.
You can.
We'll keep that in mind.
All right.
Yeah. The next time we visit a
Immovable rod
ride
store.
store.
I always enjoyed the interpretation of the immovable rod. Isn't just like relative to like your space and everything. Like it continues to
Uh-huh.
move with your planet and all that. but that it is
relative to everything.
a truly immovable rod within like
The
all of
universe.
space. So you press it and then it's boom, just instantly
Gone.
it's gone. Because you were all moving through space at an incredible rate of speed, and then you hit this and it's a fixed point in the universe that's gone.
And if you're lucky, it doesn't go through the planet.
Oh yeah, if you're lucky. You really should be on like the northern or southern poles. Like geographic, not magnetic. You need to be because it's got to be clear. Because man, if you hit that thing and around the equator,
Yeah, you're just everything is messed up.
like it, ooh, you know, 2 parts might be okay, but then another part, ooh, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Do the treads fall off?
no, they held on.
Okay.
They're all right.
Yeah.
The treads are all
I
right.
give a.
Did you up nodded the treads?
I have nodded the people around.
Yeah, the people working on it.
I was looking at it. I go, oh.
You all have neck spasms at each other.
Oh, my neck.
Ow. God, I need to rub some mayo on here.
You're not a human.
Oh, did
The
you
mayo
need
rubs off on people, though.
Nines? Did you need some mayo? I picked some up back at the cafeteria.
You were getting too deep into this disguise.
Well, you told me that mayo is really important for humans.
Yes, that's true.
I didn't want anyone to
slowly becoming a thing. Apparently,
Slowly.
so does the cafeteria have like 2 big, those like big water dispensary things, and they have water for everyone who's not a human, and they have one that's just mayo for the humans.
I mean, humans need water too.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've never seen a human drink water, as far as I can
Okay,
remember.
I know I've seen a human drink water. I just didn't know about the mayo thing. I guess they're really like they're not supposed to talk about it.
I think humans drinking water is probably them just showing off to each other.
That they can.
Yeah.
Do you think they wash their mouth out with mayo when they're done drinking water to show off?
Yeah, probably.
They just rip that packet open.
Is it like a vampire rule where like they can have things that aren't mayo? Well, but
Humans
it's just
aren't-
like, but it just tastes terrible. Like vampires can consume things other than blood, but it just like tastes terrible.
When humans aren't vampires.
I know, but is it like a similar rule? That's what I'm asking.
No, they're not vampires. That's weird.
Yeah, when a human bites you, you don't turn into a human.
If a human bites a wolf, they don't turn into a werewolf.
Well, okay, what? But what if like a human bites some other people?
Like another
other
human?
human?
They might
No,
turn
no,
into a
no.
human-human hybrid.
Yeah, it's a were.
No, I mean like an elf, like me. Like what if a human
You're a
bit me?
human, remember? Deep cover?
Yeah, but in like my real life, like what
Okay.
what if a human bit me in real life?
I think
would
the way
hurt.
to look human is if they like round off your ears while biting you.
Is that half-elves?
Is that what?
Half-elves. Is that how you get
Is that like a human bit them?
Yeah.
I always thought it was just like when a human and elf like married and like had kids and everything, but maybe like they just it's like a bite like zombies.
What
Humans
are
weird.
zombies?
Humans are weird.
Yeah, it's like lycanthropy.
How long have you been sitting on that one?
Like half a second.
Have a
It just
second
doesn't
guy
need-
can't be. It's one of the dumber ones.
So we leave
Good
this
job.
room.
Yep.
Is there anything else we can steal?
No, you stole all the hammers.
Now they have no hammers. They just have a bunch of ingots and
ingots
wood,
and wood.
which I stole back.
Yeah, you destroyed all their tools.
Yeah.
I recycled all their tools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You return them
right.
to
The
not
natural,
nature.
yeah. Well,
But,
like a refined
rougher form.
material.
Yeah, tool
So-
precursors
We head out of this room
Okay.
and head
in the direction of the
in the other
hallway.
hall. Yeah.
nodding at every person we walk past.
I'm gonna need a
Which
neck
is really
brace.
hard to do because there's like so many of
Yeah,
them.
there's so many, and they keep returning it, and it causes like a wave of people like doing it. Just like,
So everyone's just walking around like,
Just like that.
just, just
having staff meetings with like, this head nodding has gone too far. It's destroying productivity. What do you have to say about that?
I agree.
So we head down the other path.
All right. You leave the, mechanic bay. And you move down a very fractious channel. More than anything you've seen before, this is quite clearly made by flowing waters. You reach the end of the path and you're faced with a choice. You can take a turn to your left, eastward, or a turn to your right, westward.
I listen carefully.
Oh.
What do we hear down each of the halls?
Eastward, you hear really nothing, just echoing of the ambient noise. Westward, you hear quite a bit of activity. Further down,
Are all the people with like barrels and stuff coming from the west?
they are. There's no one going east,
Well,
and no one really coming from the east.
that's where the cool people go. We go
East?
east.
Okay.
We do that.
The turn eastward barely has a chance to get going before you reach a small room that has been roped off and signs hung across the opening to it. It basically, imagine sort of like the cell that they had for their jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except it's a wooden wall. So it looks like just a divider, basically. And a doorway that has been roped off. The signs hanging around this entryway read danger,
That's not a surprise.
explosives.
We go into that room.
Venturing deeper into the room reveals that this space is...
Well, could I knock before we go in?
There's not a door, it's just a doorway.
Oh, I thought you said it was a wooden wall. So
There's a wooden wall,
Okay, then we're
but then there's
It's
just
an
an open
opening.
doorway.
got it.
Okay.
We're good.
A doorway, but no door.
Yes.
So it's just a
Correct.
way.
It's just a way.
It's just a way. Okay.
Just a way.
We wear way in.
We go through the way.
Do you remove the rope or do you climb under it?
Do you just turn to someone shorter and just like go underneath it?
No, that would be weird. I just unhook it and walk through.
I was just wondering.
That's what.
It was like testing your lock-picking skills. Did it take 5 minutes?
No, what? No, we just go through. It's just open.
You
There's
just-
no door.
Wait, did you close it when you went through?
Yeah,
Why would you really close it? We're trying to get through.
So
we go through.
I
We
get
go into
stuck
the-
on the rope because
You're like, you
the
can go
person in
under
front
it.
of me re-hooked it.
You can go under it. You're a little badger.
I'm walking on my hind legs.
Also,
I'm
it's
pretending to be a
carrying
human.
you.
Oh, I'm a human. I get like mayo, doobadoo.
what do we see in this room?
Then I get clotheslined by the rope.
Venturing deeper into this room reveals that the space was clearly being worked on at one point. The walls have been drilled through, and using the boring machines you just saw, to be clear. And absolutely nothing about this space seems natural. It's all been chiseled or ground away. There is a small borehole in the wall, and it looks quite deep. There is a cord dangling out of the borehole.
So there are any? It says explosives. Do we see any explosives?
There's a couple of boxes, but honestly, there's only like a stick or two of explosives in there.
So wait, is there?
So it looks like their supply is low right now.
There's like a borehole with a cord.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Like a
The fuse.
like a fuse sticking out.
Yes.
Pull it out.
You pull it out.
Just pull the fuse out.
Yeah, just pull the fuse out.
Why don't we just light the fuse?
Because then there'll be an explosion.
Oh right.
Oh, we don't want any explosions.
Oh no, that's so not what you guys do.
No, the explosions were set for a particular time in the plan, and this isn't it. So you just start pulling on the fuse.
I mean, you have to light the fuse, right?
Guys,
What?
what if this was set by our friend?
Oh.
Then where are they?
I don't know. But I'm just saying, maybe this was something they said. They didn't tell us what exactly they were setting.
We really should have asked for more details.
No, we trust them implicitly.
Okay.
So if we want to like get some more info about it, like we can,
Okay.
but maybe we don't want to like undo this.
Hey, did you set up this fuse in the wall?
Over.
Over.
Thank you.
What fuse in the wall?
Behind the wooden wall that says danger explosives.
Oh no, that one's been there for a little while, but you might not want to set it off right now. Like give it a little bit.
That's fine. We still have to do some of our murder stuff.
We're gonna try to use that space to get through, but then structural engineers found that it would make the entire area way too brittle.
That would be a good thing for later.
Yeah.
Yes. Over.
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 All right. Well, wait for our signal still. We still have to do some wet work.
Over and out.
Over.
Okay.
And out.
No, you don't say it.
When
You
you're
only
done.
say over.
No, when you're done
No,
talking.
you only say over.
When you're done, you say over and out, which
No,
means you're
no.
not going to talk anymore.
You don't.
Why are we whispering?
Because we're talking into the rock still. Okay.
What?
Squawk rock.
Fuck.
I know, I want to hold the rock.
That's fine. All right. So, should we go the other way? Just like make a note of this?
Yes, I did. I noted it.
So we head out.
Without lighting the fuse. Oh, wait. Were
Do you
there
want-
some little extra sticks of dynamite and stuff around?
I think she said so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple sticks that you can grab here.
Okay.
How many do you get?
Yeah. How many do I get?
3.
3. That's the third time I've gotten 3 of something.
If you want, I could set a candle on top of the fuse and light it, and as it burns down, eventually it'll light the
No,
fuse.
no. We'll let Windrina
Do that.
do that.
All right. Yeah. Then we'll head out once Alcest's done picking up his dynamite.
I got my dynamite.
I'm assuming that you're going to head the
Other way.
other direction then,
Yeah,
yes?
we're not going back.
All right. Going the opposite direction, you come across yet another very large room, perhaps one of the largest you've yet encountered. It's peppered with columns throughout it, and there is a clear path with plenty of soldiers walking it that weaves throughout the pillars. Just like you've been seeing, each soldier moving through here has a small cart of barrels or rocks. If they're moving barrels, they all seem to be full of mercury. You can see little bits of silver seeping through some of the less well sealed barrels. You also notice there's a small stream of water that's running through the room, following the path that the soldiers are taking. I'll pull the room up so everyone can see it. As I said, it's quite large. The path that moves through,
Do we come in from the bottom?
yes. This X I have drawn is the explosives room you're in.
Okay.
Moving up, the path sort of winds its way through the pillars like so. And then up and out on the north side. It doesn't look like the room is being used for anything else other than just moving goods through it. So you suspect that this must all be a natural formation. You don't see any signs that this has been worked. And you don't see any areas where people have set up beds or cooking stations. For whatever reason, this room is quite empty by comparison to others you've come across.
Which way is the stream flowing?
It's flowing towards you. But it seems to sort of run out of water as it gets nearer to you. So over on the north end of the room, there's water that's flowing, and by the time it reaches you, it seems to sort of
So is the
ran out
floor,
of steam.
the floor like porous here, as opposed to that really hard rock?
It's a little hard to tell in the light, but that's a good guess that perhaps this is a more porous material,
There's,
allowing
like,
water to seep
cracks.
into it.
Okay.
So I dip my finger in the water and sniff it. Do I smell? Is there any smell to it?
No,
So it's not obviously polluted or anything.
no, you don't smell anything that would indicate the water's polluted or has some sort of impurities in it, not at all.
No. We know there's fresh water up ahead.
Is it fresh?
Yeah.
Did you taste it?
I sniffed it.
You should taste it.
You want to taste it?
No, I'm saying you should taste it.
A human should taste it.
idea.
Humans don't drink.
Holden's
it
over there
tastes
with a cup of mayo.
You're really selling it.
Yeah. Is that mayo going bad?
That's how humans express enjoyment.
Enjoy.
It's just very mayo-y.
Slightly turned.
Finding out I'm not much of a mayo fan. It's fine on a sandwich, but on its own, it's a bit much. Never had it out of a
Well, you
mug
must be
before.
brave, you are, Howen, so you will keep up your human appearances.
Yeah. A little sour.
Maybe you should give a head nod.
Yeah. It's good.
Well, this entertains us all the way through the tunnel.
You continue north out of the tunnel then.
Howen doesn't have a
Yeah.
giant cup of...
No, that's an elf thing.
Oh.
So this tunnel, this room, is
They're probably not using it because it's infested with all those silver rats.
this tunnel really is quite large. It takes a fair bit to traverse it because there's a lot of traffic kind of bumping into each other. You get down a little bit further and there's a fork. You can go left or right.
I think that's the
Both
first
are
time that
quite
Nines
dark.
hasn't said, I pick up the phone.
Both directions are quite dark.
Well,
although
I have the
more,
best fork right now, so
most of this traffic is coming from the left side,
While we go.
Which way is the stream?
from the right.
Oh,
The stream's from the right.
We check out the stream.
Okay. This trail of water that you've been following leads you into a fairly large alcove in this cave. At the back of the room, you see a steady stream flowing down the rocks and onto the floor, then out to the room you just came from. Other than that, doesn't seem like there's anything in here.
you should use detect magic.
Okay, I use detect magic.
There is a low-level magic that you are picking up, very faint.
Oh, good thinking. There's low level magic.
What kind?
Faint.
What school is that?
Hasn't been described yet.
The type of magic that you are sensing seems to be illusion magic.
Illusion. Where am I sensing it? The alcove?
Almost like beyond the walls of the room.
Let's walk towards that wall.
I walk
In the-
into the wall just full
in
confidence.
the direction of the.
The walls are indeed real.
Ow.
So
You
is,
take any bludgeoning damage?
so is the magic in the water or just beyond?
It seems like it's in the rock, is almost where you're sensing it. Perhaps above it? It's sort of a field.
So there's not like a spot, but rather just sort of a.
It would best be described as like walking into a fog. When you're in fog, depending on the density of the fog, within a sphere around you, you can see clearly. But the further you go trying to look, the thicker and thicker that fog seems.
May I attempt like an arcana check to determine what is causing this effect?
Sure, go ahead.
27.
Coming at it from a magical perspective, there's nothing that's jogging your memory about some illusionary field thing. But it does make you pause and wonder if this might be a natural phenomenon.
Can I do a nature check then?
Sure.
Guidance. 29. Oh, 27, sorry.
Okay.
I'm
You
rolling well, I won.
you do know that there are some animals within the world that use illusionary magic as a defense mechanism. But you're not familiar with anything that would cause such a large field. You're in rock. You're in a solid rock space all around you. What could penetrate this deep and be permeating its field this far out? You're unsure. But there's only two types of creatures that do this. Creatures that use illusion magic for defense, and creatures that use illusion magic as some sort of trickery.
Lure.
Exactly. To make their prey feel safer, or perhaps mesmerize them.
I'll try talking in Sylvan to see if there's any sort of fey presence here.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't get any response from that.
You want to cast chat with critters?
Sure, we can try that.
Or do
What's
you,
a spell slot?
I can use my staff if you prefer.
On me?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I believe casting it from your staff allows you to choose a target. I don't think it defaults to self.
Ow!
Did that work?
You sense that chat with critters and certainly not speak with animals.
Yeah, I like chat with critters is cuter.
Yeah.
It was cuter.
Sure, you know what? You get chat with critters.
Excuse me, illusionary creature up there. I want to talk to you, please.
No response. Drop my pen.
I'm gonna play harmonica for 10 minutes.
I generate a nice steak,
Chicken?
chicken, food,
Food.
steak, chicken food. Let's go with steak. We haven't generated a steak in a while. We just made chicken. I got steak for you, and I throw it in the general direction of illusionary magic. Just toss
It's
steak.
flat. It's flat.
So you summon a steak and just throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Nothing happens.
I use my monstrous harmonica to get speak with monstrosities.
And I continue shouting
Okay,
into the
what do you
void.
say?
Hi. Anyone there?
Say we have a steak.
You hear when you say that a very, very, very low grumble. Barely audible, but still clear.
Do I need to give him a bigger steak?
And we'll come back next week.
oh. You discovered a monstrosity.
A big one.
Well, at least a very low
Grumbly one.
frequency, grumbly one.
A very low grumbly one.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, we haven't.
And we'll find out
Cross.
what exactly Soria found next week.
Oh.
Until then, remember, stay safe. We love you. Bye-bye.